Well, this is On the 7th with Pi Frisbee Metatron live. I am Pi Frisbee Metatron, your hostess with the mostest. It is so good to see everyone here today. You guys could have been doing anything else on this Saturday afternoon where I'm at, evening where some of y'all are at. I'm thankful and grateful that you guys decided to come hang out with me for a little while we talk mastered self numerology. How's everybody? Just want to check in with everybody. Vanda, how you doing? Victorious, thumbs up. Kay, Desiree, how are you? David, how are you? Good. Sharon, yep. All right. So we're going to run on into the lesson for today, Master Self Numerology. Today, we are talking about the numbers 23, 5, 24, 6, 25, 7, 26, 8, and 27, 9. Again, I will, I don't want you to feel left out, David. 22 is your number for your name, and I know that. I don't want to shortchange you because it is a master number. I'm going to have a whole episode of just the master numbers. So, but no, but do know this, that I thought of you when I was putting this together. However, I don't want to shortchange you, because master numbers in and of themselves, they have a tremendous vibration, and those are the numbers we normally, for the sake of calculations, we don't even reduce those down. If you see an 11, a 22, a 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, or 99, you read it as that number. It still breaks down to its single digit. However, you read it more for the master number properties in it. And so I will give a much more in-depth read on the number 22. Just know that the 22-4 is the master of economics and enterprise. And the 22-4 could sell a preacher a bottle of wine on the way to church, and can sell an Eskimo ice in a blizzard. 22-4 can. So I will cover that one explicitly, David. Your first step is a 22-4. My last name is a 22-4. So yeah, I'm very, very familiar with it. But for the purposes of today's class, today we're dealing with 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Already talked about 28. It's a 10-1. We know what the deal is with those 10-1s. But today I want to start off with 23, 5. The 5 action, we know about the 5 action. However, for all the natives, all of us who have a 23, a 2 and a 3 that makes up the 5. This also, it's not the same as if it was a 3-2. A 32-5 is different than a 23-5. So today we're dealing with the 23-5. When you think of a 23-5, then the 2 and the 3, and what goes into that 5 energy is, think of these keywords here: balanced creativity, or balanced endeavors, balanced opportunities, partnership opportunities, and not just intimate partnerships. I mean partnerships of all kinds, all sorts, are very, very strong and very, very prevalent in the 2-3, 23-5 life, almost from like early adolescence. 23-5 learns the power and the benefit in partnerships. and they have more than the normal person's instances of being able to partner up, even if it's rideshare. I mean, yeah, 23/5 is partnership opportunities because of the 2 in front of the 3. Let's look at the 2 and the inherent delays that come with the 2. And then the 3 is your opportunities and your creativities and your endeavors. So when we want to blend the 2 and the 3 for your 5 action, there are delays and blocks in your creativity, in your opportunities, and in your endeavors, because the 2 is seeking for balance and peace and harmony. And the 3 is loud and out there. And so the 2 has to temper the 3, or the 3 will just run all around the 2. So the 2 has to get strong and it's not as a punishment. It's more as the life lesson of the 23/5 to lean into the delays and the blocks of creativity, and don't beat yourself up when they happen, because they happen for a reason. When they come, it's time for you to experience something, not create. Whenever the delays and the blocks in creativity or opportunity or endeavor, it just really means for the 23/5 just to stop and smell the roses, smell your coffee, take a walk around the block, go down a rabbit hole on YouTube, experience something that grounds you back into the 5 action, and then the forward movement of the 5 and the progressiveness of the 5. And it also means the 2 and the 3 together, tremendous spiritual opportunities, tremendous spiritual endeavors, and tremendous spiritual creativity. Truly, the life of the 23/5 is truly one of balance, but it's a balance of, it's a lot of opportunities. You have more opportunities than the regular person, so you have a lot more to balance. Life for the 23/5, well-adjusted 23/5, life should be an extreme adventure with extreme experiences and with life-affecting and profound pleasure for the 23/5. That is your destination. Your destination of ascension is to experience life in all that it has, extremely and profoundly. Any questions about the 23/5? Any comments?
It's good to be me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely. It really is a unique combination to come up with the 5. And you guys are going to see, as we get into the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, you're going to see how you're leading your head number, that the 2 for victorious, how it can influence the number behind it, the 3, how it can balance it. With a 2, it balances that 3. With a 2, it calms that 3. Every now and again, the 3 will run roughshod, but the 2 is always there with no, we have to stay balanced. Yes, Victorious.
I'll give you a perfect example with my car situation. I needed a new car. And it started getting to the point to where it became super overwhelming to me. And you talked about that 3 needing to lean into that too for balance.
Yes.
And it wasn't until like I just completely shut the whole program down and I said, I'm going to draw the perfect card to me. And I ended up doing that because I let God and I let go. But it goes back to what you're saying about leaning that 3, because that 3 with that creative energy can overwhelm the 2. If
Yep.
So
It definitely can. Absolutely.
perfect
Absolutely.
example.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Anybody else?
Hello.
Hi, Jolene.
Hi, how are you?
Very well today. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I can't stay on because today is 9/11 and the Mets and Yankees are playing today. And I'm out here with my mother. So we're gonna I don't have service inside the house. And it's kind of hot out here. That's why I'm waiting to talk. So I'm waiting to go back in the house.
Well,
But
you can
but I'll check y'all later because I gotta go back.
Okay.
I just wanted to say hi.
All right. Thank you much. We're glad that you're here.
Okay, cool.
You make the show go.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay. All right. We'll talk soon.
Okay. All right. So anybody else got anything on the 2 and the 3 making up this 5 energy? Last thing I'd like to say about the 23/5, unexpected changes cause emotional and mental traffic accidents. So what I mean by that is because the 2 is so ultra sensitive, 2 is a very sensitive number, and the 3 is scatterbrained. When an unexpected change pops up, it causes the emotions. The emotions are in one car in the 23/5, and the mental and the physical is in another car. And it could cause a accident. It could cause a mental or emotional a log jam. Best thing then is to remember you are a 5. This ain't nothing. And also remember that it's never as bad as you think it is. And you'll be fine. Do your breathing and all of that. A lot of us don't like unexpected change. But really for the 23/5, it could really, really throw you off kilter. So just be mindful of that and always keep you a clear quartz within arm's reach of you. If you wear one, that's great. Keep it in your pocket or your purse or in the car. I recommend you have multiple pieces and put a couple in the car, especially that new car you just got. Put a couple of pieces of clear quartz in the car. If you have a center console in the middle, put them in there. It will do a lot for your engine and your electrical system. It'll keep things regulated, and it will always be there for you when those traffic accidents mentally and emotionally happen. You just pick it up and it'll clear the fog. Absolutely.
I have a question.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad you mentioned that. What about selenite?
Selenite is very, very good as well too. Just with selenite, you have to take it out of the car and clear it and then put it back in. With the clear quartz, you never have to clear it.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Because selenite absorbs so much, and it's like a sponge where the quartz is like a conductor. It'll store it. It'll just whoop.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're gonna move on to 24/6, 2 and the 4 that make up the 6. Normally, the 24/6 is if they don't have it, they are seeking spiritual security. If they have it, they are a spiritual house. They are the house of the spiritual. Everything about their life has a spiritual tint to it. Also, this 24/6 definitely is all about working partnerships. The 4, security, stability, fortress. The 4 is indicative of the work. 4s are the workers of this. So working to partnerships. Very prominent in 24/6 lives. Very, very, very prominent. 24/6 is by birthright and just by the number, they are very prone to high side living. Most 6s enjoy the best of shit anyway. That's just off jump. But a 24/6 is extremely high side. They're not scrimping for shit. They work hard. They will spend their cash on the best of shit. Not only for themselves, but for the family, for the loved ones, not only with their money, but they'll serve high side too. They never get tired. Never, never. They don't care how many times you mess them over. They don't care how many times you talk shit. They'll just, they just keep on. They just show up with a smile. Yeah. You can't, it's very, very hard to get rid of a 24/6. They'll get rid of you. You won't even know it. Because they'll still be real cool. They'll still be real cool with you.
I have a question.
Absolutely.
Vanda, do you want to go first?
I just want, my middle name is a 24/6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maria. And when you said that we just how we are, I just had to bust out laughing because that is so true.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm a 42/6.
Yes.
Because my birthday is 4/20. So yeah, when you talked about how people know they'll have to hear our mouths, but we'll still end up doing it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts because my mom knows that about me. And she doesn't care how much trash I talk. She gonna ask me anyway, and she know I'm gonna do it.
Cause y'all do it. Y'all talk all that yep.
And we still
And
do
as
it.
soon as the ass come, you're like, yep, I'm on my way. And you fussing all the way. I'm not gonna do this shit no more. And as soon as you ring that doorbell, you, hey mama, how you doing? And you just go right on.
And I hate it because I feel like I'm being taken advantage of.
But you're not. That's just in your nature. That's how you roll. It's just a natural part of you. Yeah, if you didn't want to do it, you still couldn't stop yourself. It's just
I was born to serve.
Yeah. And high side and family. Oh yeah, family. Family can't do no wrong, man. Yeah. You guys, you're 24, 42, 6. Absolutely. You will definitely high side live and family. That 42 is a little bit different. You a little bit more reserved. The 24 just woo. The 42, you got to see, it's got to be some structure to it. Y'all just ain't gonna go just willy-nilly. But yeah, it's the same thing with the 42 and the 24/6. And with that 24, 42, there are delays, and their delays always hit you in work or an endeavor. Never delay in a relationship, never delay in service, but in work or vocation. You guys have a delay and or you get an apathy for it where you just like, fuck it, don't even want to work. Serious. And it's not out of not being ambitious. It's just when it seems like there's so much opposition to your work/vocational plans. Sometimes y'all could just say, fuck it, I'm done.
I have done I've been waiting to take a test to become a peer coach. And they keep telling me to look for this thing for the dates and the times and I pick it. And I've been waiting for months. I just said, you know what? Forget it.
Look, and let that email come like Monday or Tuesday. You're gonna delete it. You ain't even gonna respond because you're done. When
Three
you
months.
yeah, the 6th, when y'all done, that's it. That's it. That's
And
it.
you don't know what I went through to go to get the classes and certificates. I went through all
Right.
that. And then you got me waiting months and months and months and months.
Yeah,
And
no,
I'm
that
like,
don't work for you. That communication. Y'all need communication.
really do.
So the 24, this is just for the 24/6.
Okay.
Y'all are fair and slightly arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
And it is what it is. It's not good, bad, or indifferent. It just is. And your arrogance comes from your service and your work ethic. It's not arrogance. Y'all know y'all is the shit. I'm gonna give you guys an example. Some of y'all may be basketball fans, some of you guys may be not. Kobe Bryant, when he first got to the Lakers, he wore number 8. And if you look at his career when he had on number 8, he embodied the straight 8. He didn't care. He shot air balls as a rookie in Utah, and he was like, I don't care. I'm still, I'm gonna do what I do. Had that uncontrollable energy. He energized himself. And then Eagle, Colorado happened. We're not going to go into the details about Eagle, Colorado, but he had a life pivot moment. He changed his number, and then he changed it to 24. Kobe Bryant was a damn good basketball player when he wore number 8. Kobe Bryant turned into the Mamba when he put on number 24. The whole Mamba mentality, it wasn't that he thought anybody else could beat him. He just knew he was the best. I'm the shit. That's the 24/6. Y'all are the shit. Now, piece of advice for the 24 and the 42/6. Accept your failings and rise above bad conditions. As bad as y'all are,
wow,
you're not perfect.
Wow.
So just accept your failings. Don't wallow in them. Don't beat yourself up. Don't run the cosmic lawnmower over your own ass when you don't meet your standard. Accept it. And then rise above the bad conditions. Because y'all got the power to do that. You guys are so determined, so driven, so on point that all you got to do is just decide that you're going to do better, and you do.
Or can I say something else?
Please do.
And get out of your own way.
Get out of your own way.
That's the most important lesson for, at least for myself as a 42.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah,
Get out my own way.
Yes.
And I talk to myself too. If I find myself getting a little arrogant, I say, cool it, honey.
Oh, that make you a genius, honey.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I do. I talk to myself saying, you don't have to. I say, let other people go there.
Man.
You don't need to go there. Stay in your own power. And it's helped me a lot, talking to myself, reminding myself, because we can, like you say, we can go there. But I'm a much happier person when I don't go there. I just, but I've been on the planet 5,000 years, so I don't need to keep going there.
That's right.
Done.
That's right.
Yeah,
just accept your failings and rise above that bad condition. And you guys can repeat that. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And it's that right there will get you to your attainment, to whatever you are attaining. Just accept your failing and then just rise above it, because that's what you do anyway. Look, you don't mop the floor right. You get mad, but you remop it right. don't you? Yeah, you don't do something right, you get mad, but then you perfect it. So do that with everything, any type of failing, if it's your vocation, if it's your business, anything on all levels, just accept it and rise above. Any more comments on the 24/6? All right. We're gonna run to making good time today. We're gonna run to 25/7. My old buddy.
Wait, you hitting all my numbers today. Hey.
25. With the 25/7, you're gonna have spiritual adventures and spiritual experiences. I'm talking, you could 25/7 could leave the house, say they're going to Walmart, and end up at a Renaissance fair, at a psychic fair, at the psychic bookstore, or at the beach, sitting listening to the waves, meditating. You was on your way to Walmart when you left, and you ended up on some spiritual adventure. And what I mean by the spiritual experiences, 25/7s have out-of-body experiences, 25/7 astral project, 25/7s bilocate. 25/7, if they dig deep into the crevices of the technical part of their mind, they could probably levitate some shit off of a table if they really just. Spiritual adventures, spiritual experiences, and most of your spiritual adventures and experiences, unless someone was with you, they would not believe the story that you tell on the way back. They just definitely would. They'd be like, "Nah, dog, you lying. You lying." Yeah.
Can I say something?
Please do.
My ex-boyfriend swore up and down I was a witch.
Yeah.
Because he would see me manifesting and he would be like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, he thought I was, he won't admit it now, but he would be like, how do you do that?
Yes. Yeah.
We all have that ability.
Well, the 7, all of us 7 have on these adventures and experiences, but the 7 is the number that have the most amazing shit happen to you. And when you go back and tell other people, they'd be like, you lying, man, you lying. Unless they were there with you, most folks don't believe the shit that happens to the 7. The 7 is always in the midst of some type of amazing, some type of cosmic, some type of spiritual thing that other people, it happens all the time for the 7. Other folks, that would be a pivot moment, but for us, that's like daily. This shit happens all the time for the 7. So spiritual adventures and experiences, and the gamut of the adventures and the gamut of the experiences are for the 25/7. Partnership changes and or restlessness is indicative for the 25/7. If they aren't changing partnerships, I'm talking business, intimate, school. Yeah. I had a friend, Anthony. He my friend, not my friend. Back my friend, not my friend. Back my friend, not my friend. His name is Anthony, 25/7. I had a couple of guys, Anthony, that have done me like that. If they're not constantly changing like that, then they're restless in the partnership. But those that lean more on the restlessness, they tend to be more stable than the ones who are constantly changing, constantly got something new, constantly doing all of that. It's the nervous energy regarding partnerships for the 25/7. 25/7, because of their nervous energy and their changeability in partnerships and their restlessness in that, they have delayed opportunities, delayed experiences, delayed adventures, delayed. It's almost as if sometimes the 25/7 will break up with you right before you was taking his ass on a world trip. He break up on you the day before. You coming home, you got the tickets, and you're coming home, and the 25/7, you said, I got a surprise for you when I get home. And the 25/7 is on the other end of the phone, say, yeah, so I got one for you too. And 25/7 will go first because they want to get it out. And yeah, this ain't working. And then you standing there, well, I got tickets to the world cruise. 25/7 will change your script on you. 25/7, don't attempt to throw a surprise party for the 25/7. It would be best not to attempt to throw a surprise party for a 7 at all. Kind of let them know that you got kind of something planned, because if not, the 7 will be gone somewhere. Y'all thinking the 7 gonna come back? Everybody come to the house, because the 7, yeah, we're gonna surprise the 7. Yeah, the 7 be off in another town somewhere. He done got in the car, said he's going to Walmart, and end up in Pahrump or Bakersfield, or yeah, a whole nother state. Yeah. So they have delayed experiences, delayed endeavors, and because of that restlessness, and because of their changeability for in business partnerships, 25/7s find themselves, they the 7 that find themselves, 25 or 52/7, they find themselves with compromising associations, compromising business association. Not saying that the 25/7 is a crook or a thief or anything like that, but they will get with a crook, or they'll go in business with a crook or a thief, or they'll attempt to do some crookery or thievery, and they get caught fast. The 25/7, like the 16/7, we get caught real quick in our shit. We do something, we get caught. But there is a tendency for, especially low-level 25/7, compromising associations. Hell, for any 7, we live by our own law. So some of us entertain these compromising associations. We don't think that they're compromised. But according to the law of the land, they might be. But most 7s live by their own internal law. 7s have technical fun. Their fun is, somebody else may think that's boring, or may think it's dark, or morbid, or taboo. 7 loves that shit. The 25/7, yeah, they technical and precise. They have technical and precise fun. And some of their adventures, even though they don't feel like it during it, they end up having harsh adventures. Because like I said, they'll either break up before the good, or they'll be the ones, y'all come back from the trip, and then they'll break up with you like at the dock. Y'all done had a great trip, and yeah, they'll bust it up. Like when you're getting your luggage, you at the carousel to get your luggage, y'all standing there, and yeah, the 7 will be like, yeah, I'm getting an Uber because I'm not fucking with you no more.
Oh, my goodness.
Right there at the turnstile getting your luggage. Yes, right there. 25/7 will do that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Linda.
I would just, we've changed my name, from Vonda, from my stage name, and reinventing myself in American now. So that's what all the traveling stuff is about.
Mm-hmm.
And so the name is changed to Ms. V.
Right.
MZV.
Right.
But it adds up to a 52. So when you're talking about the 25, but the 52 is a little different.
52, if it's 52, it's gonna be the opposite of this. That's a tough, yeah, you ain't gonna be playing with nobody. I can tell you that. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you definitely putting grown woman panties on with the 52. Definitely. America is a 52/7. So you know how
Oh.
America do everybody else?
Yeah.
That's how you're gonna be doing, folks.
Oh my God, but America's mean and they're not, they don't,
Yeah, but
oh,
America's the shit too.
yeah, America, yeah.
And it's the best thing going. Yeah, America's a whole bunch of stuff. I know what America is not.
Okay. Right,
There's
okay.
one thing that it is. It's the best thing going.
Right, it is. Everybody want to be here. Yep.
It's the best thing going.
Okay.
That's why people they will trade their whole life savings just to come over here.
You got me on that one. But
Yeah.
I have a client I've been working with for about, I guess I've been working with for over 2.5 years, and suddenly, you know, sometimes it's time and he don't make it and things like that, and I've been letting him slide. I'm not
Miss
letting
V-
him slide anymore.
Miss V ain't gonna let nobody slide. Miss V
I'm
is
not
gonna
letting him slide.
you're gonna start on time. Yeah, if the drummer ain't there, he fired. Give me another drummer in here. I don't have time for this.
And I even said, something's changing in me.
Yeah, it's the new vibration. When you change that name, you change that vibration, huh? Yes, you do.
Because normally I just tolerate it on, I know he's going through things.
That's why it's important. It's important if you're going to go through some sort of name change, or if you're looking for an auspicious date to launch a project, an endeavor, or something like that. Talk to a numerologist, talk to an astrologer, get a numerologist, especially if you're changing your name. Talk to a numerologist. You don't have to talk to me, but if you know some numerologists, talk to them, because
I can talk to you.
yeah, talk to a numerologist, because you want to make sure you are getting the, whatever your intention is for the endeavor. You want the best number combination, and you want the most auspicious date to launch it, because how you launch something is the vibration of how it's going to go.
So when they presented me in California last week for the promotion for me for MEP Entertainment, that was on the 28th.
Right. Okay. 28th of August. We have to go over this on a call just between you and I.
Okay.
Yeah. We'd have to go on this.
Okay.
On a call between you and I.
Thank you.
So for the 25/7, your piece of advice, because it's in there, it's you have this capability. Keep your treacherous side in check with meditation and affirmations. All you have to do is meditate and affirm, and the treacherous side of that 25527 will turn back into spirituality.
Yeah.
Any questions on 25/7? Hey, Desiree.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Hey. Amazing as always, and won't accept less. Hey, how you doing?
All right. Good.
Now I'll just sit here laughing because my middle name is the 25/7. I'm just sitting here laughing.
Yeah.
I was sitting there laughing because there was an ex that I had, and I actually paid for an entire trip for us to go to Hawaii. And I got the flights together, paid for that, the hotel together, paid for that. And I called him to let him know, baby, I got everything booked, everything is settled in and confirmed and blah, blah, blah. And he said something stupid. And I was like, really? And he was going on. I said, you want to act like this after I just spent like a couple of $1,000 on this damn trip for us, and you want to act like that? And he popped off at the mouth again. I was like, okay. So I hung up the phone and I called that travel agent right back and canceled everything, got my money back.
What?
And when I couldn't get my money back on, I told her, don't worry about it. I'll use the flight credit, but it ain't going to this trip.
I already know. The 25/7, you ain't playing. No.
Yeah, but
no.
I did have a couple of situations. I usually, like my ex-husband definitely know, because I always had dreams and I would see things that was happening and going on with his family, and I would tell him about it, and he knew, because when he asked them to be the exact same thing I said.
Absolutely.
And then after that, fast forwarding, I met the dude when I talked about that I had to cancel the trip on when I first met him, and I was feeling some type of way, and I was like, is this he doing something that just making me feel like, I don't know, right?
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm not driving all the way across town, to go spy on some damn body, or, and then ask him, because I asked him, he ain't gonna tell me the truth.
Right.
So my ass decided, okay, you know what? I can soul travel, I can spirit travel, and I'm just gonna lay down and I'm gonna just close my eyes and I'm gonna envision myself in his house and I'm gonna be there. And I actually soul traveled to his house and I was physically, well, spiritually in his house,
yes,
looking around, and I didn't see no lights on. It was dark, and I was like, "Where does nigga go?" And
right.
it scared me after I realized, like, wait a minute, you're not at your house, right? So I got scared and I jumped up, but when I did, I was like extremely like out of breath. I was lightheaded.
Yeah.
And I was asking this one crystal lady that I go get my crystals from, probably like last year. I was asking her, and I told her that I did that. She said, "Don't you ever do that again." She said, "Unless you have somebody there, with your physical body while you're not in your body, you're going to need somebody there to make sure you're protected." She said, "You're taking some risks with that." She said, "But you need to understand that more, because you can literally see, in another state or another country, you can see what's going on and not even have to physically be there."
And Desiree, you don't need nobody there with you when you do that. You are protected and grounded. You got a bunch of eights, honey. You don't need nobody around you when you're doing that. And what I want to encourage you to do is, because you have that ability inside of you, you don't even have to leave your body. You could turn it on like a TV screen, and it could just pop up wherever you want to see and whatever you want to see into. Yeah, I got a meditation for you, and it'll take you right there, and you'll still be in the now, still be in the present, and everything that you need to see, want to see, or desire to see, it'll just come up to you just like a movie projector.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I do. I used to have that little treacherous side that she was talking about.
Yeah.
But I've always kept it inside. I never actually leashed it out on nobody, but the thoughts were definitely there. Boy, I done took out some people.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, every 7, there's a killer inside of every 7. As long as you don't provoke them, you'll never know.
Right.
But a 7,
Not me.
but a 7, let me tell you how cold a 7 is. A cold could kill you and go have a good night's sleep. Go right to bed. Be like, what?
Because I mean, the thoughts that I had about some people, I remember, and y'all don't feel no different about me, but I really had this thought. And I told my last dude, I was like, "Dude, do you know that I will stab the shit out of you, play in your blood, and let you see it, because I'll make sure you don't die. I want you to see and feel all of this. I'm not gonna hit no major arteries or organs. I've been in health." I said, "I'm gonna play with it while you sit there and watch me, and then I'm gonna sit there and just let you drown in your own blood after I slit your throat. Put puppy with me." And he just looked at me like, "Ooh," and I was like, "Look, don't bring that side out of me. I like to keep her over there."
Yeah, and that's for real. And he needed to be seriously like, okay. Yeah, no, that's for real. That's for real. Because the 7, all right, look at the 7. You see that 7, that gold 7 with that S? It looked all mild-mannered, it's standing up there all regal, it's kind of lean back, it's all cool. Think about it if you pick it up from the bottom and turn it around. It's a sickle. It'll chop your damn head off and then go right back to standing up, just like that. Like ain't nothing happened. Like nothing happened. I'm famous for having an altercation and somebody end up on the ground holding their eye, and then the authorities come around and they say what happened, and I'll say this really quick. I don't know what happened. His ass was on the ground like that when I came.
Can I say something as a 7?
Yeah, please.
Sometimes I amaze myself at some of the things that come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Like your tongue is a sword.
Yeah, it is.
And it cuts deep.
For real, for
long,
real.
Deep,
yes,
and
it
continuously.
For real.
Yes,
For real.
seriously.
Yeah. For real. Yep.
I've learned
Like
that I
people
can
do not
mess
want to see
somebody
me
up.
coming verbally.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
And I don't look like I'm capable of some of the stuff that can come out of my mouth. Sometimes, like I said, I surprise myself.
I'm already knowing.
People believe this, they blamed it on, oh, you just a Leo. No, I'm not a Leo. You just know how I said no. Me and words love each other.
Yeah.
And like I taught my kids, I said, you don't have to use curse words to cuss somebody out. If you're on the job and you need your job, I'm gonna have to show y'all how to say what you gotta say and make them feel it. Because my whole thing is, I'm gonna make you feel what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. I used to clap back them cheeks in corporate America. And yeah, I have them almost ready to cry. And I ain't dropped a F-bomb yet. Now, every now and again, when they needed to get a F-bomb dropped on them, I drop that on them too.
They can get it.
They could get it. Everybody could get a fade. With the 7, everybody could get a fade. It don't matter.
And nobody off limits.
Family,
right. Kids, all that.
Kids,
your mama,
right.
your daddy.
everybody could get a fade from the 7.
Everybody.
7 is non-discriminate. We don't.
And it don't matter what age you are.
Don't
If
matter.
you're 1 year old, you gonna catch it at 1 year old.
Catch it. You gonna catch it if you foul. Yes, you gonna catch it. Absolutely. All right, let's let's go to the 26/8. 26/8. Spiritual service. And the 26/8 got spiritual karma. And they normally play out in their relationships. They have karmic relationships or they have partnership karma. They're different. Let me explain. A karmic relationship could be a soulmate, soul match, twin flame, or karmic debt relationship. They're all different, and that's a whole nother show. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but that is what I'm talking about when I say karmic partnerships. And then on the flip side, they have partnership karma. What I mean by that is they always seem to pull in a partner that weighs on them some way, shape, or form.
Oh Lord, yeah.
And it weighs them down. And it pulls at that 6 energy in them. And because they have that 6 mixing in with the 2 to make their 8, they'll just keep going and going with that partnership karma. This would be like, until that 8, the 8 finally says enough. And then when the 8 says enough, yeah, it's like roll right over you. Just think of an 8 and how it stands up. It's like 2 circles, and then put it on its side, and it's 2 wheels, and it just roll right over you. So they have karmic partnerships. They normally attract karmic partnerships, and or they have partnership karma. Always have to work at the relationship, at a partnership, no matter what type of partnership it is. Mostly what we know about is the intimate part, but 26/8, any partnership they get involved with, they have to work at it. Because there's always karma in it. Yes, Desiree.
I'm just like, I'm tired.
Yeah, I know. The 26/8, for all of their accomplishments, for all of their accolades and achievements, and all of that, the 26/8 gets delayed experience. The service that should come to them gets delayed. The honor, the duty. The 26/8 normally got folks in their immediate or family circle that the 8 has just done, overdone for, and almost got to threaten the folks that they done for and overdone for, almost got to threaten them to bring them eye water to cry with.
Or we walk away.
Yeah.
Because it's to the point I tell people I am the cutoff queen. I'm
Yes.
so good at cutting off people because I'm tired of having to give, and work and bust my butt, even in any relationship, personal, professional,
business,
it
all of
don't
it.
matter.
Yeah.
It's just all the work you got to put into it. I used to keep trying, and I'd be like, forget it. And then it was like a whole emotional situation with me. And then I was like, you know what? It hardened me because I'm like, you know what? I'm good. You start getting on my nerves, I'm just gonna cut you off. And then this year I made a pact with the universe and my ascended masters and ancestors. I tell y'all what, y'all cut them off for me, and I promise I won't go chase them. I'm just gonna let them go.
That part right there, Desiree, that part right there. And your ancestors knew you were not only ready, but you were authentic with that, and see how they have just separated you from all other horse shit.
Yep.
I love it when the plan comes together. The 26-8 does have delayed recognition, delayed appreciation, delayed service. And the 26-8 has very ambitious undertaking. 26-8, you don't do nothing little, Desiree.
No.
Nothing little. Yes, Victorious, before Desiree chimes in. Yes.
I probably already know the answer to this. So with most of the twos come delays.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be a little delay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the 26-8, you any 8 is gonna do something big. With all them 8s that Desiree has, and Leo, yeah, big ain't even big enough for you.
It gets frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
I promise you, it gets really frustrating because it's like you want it and you want it right now.
Yeah.
And when you whatever it is, like, okay, I got this. What's next? I want bigger. And then it's like, okay, I had to teach myself to be patient.
Yes.
And take steps and
Yeah.
make sure that I'm taking those steps, and it's going to come, because even with the 8 and us being like that, we want so much and everything is big and we have so many damn ideas. We want to do all of them.
You want to do all of them simultaneously. Yeah. You want to have 100 shit going on at once. Yeah.
Right. And I can handle 100 things going on at once, which made me an amazing construction project manager.
Absolutely.
So that was no problem. So they always wonder, like, how do you handle this? I'm like, can I get more? But then I had to, find myself like pushing back, because they will give me more and I would handle it with no problem. But then my body can't handle what my spirit can handle. That part
indeed. So the life of the 26-8, you're naturally refined and you are a go-getter. That's it. That's all. And we all know what a go-getter, what it means. 26-8 is a go-getter.
I think my 8 and my 2s be fighting.
You're not waiting. 26-8 ain't waiting for shit. They gonna go get it. Yeah. And no, you're the 2 and the 6. The 2 and the 6 blend. It is a conflict, because the 6 is about duty, service, work. Let's do this. I'm energized. Let's do this. And the 2 is like, oh, we need balance. And the 2 is kind of sensitive, where the 6 is not sensitive. The 6 is built durable. The 6 can go through the rain and the mud and all of that. You just, you be ready for the next one. The 2 is really sensitive. So the 2 fights against the harshness of the work of the 6, of the service of the 6. The 2 would like to compromise and get where the 6 goes. So that's why it does kind of work at cross purposes. But that 6 energy is so strong, Des, that it just pulls the 2 along with it. Yeah, bring your sensitive ass on here. Boom, come on. Yeah.
Eventually it'll just pull in, but
it
there are
pull
times
the 2 right on in. Yeah,
you be
does.
battling.
It
Them
does.
boxing gloves be coming on and be fighting.
Oh yeah. And the piece of advice for the 26-8: always look up, no matter what. Always no matter what you hear, no matter what the vibe of the atmosphere is, no matter what the naysayers are saying, 26-8, always look up. No matter what. Because that's where your next great manifesting goal, desire, and active pursuit is going to come from. It's going to come up from the cosmos. Always look up. Always look up. Never lose your faith. Any comments on the 26-8? All right, we're going to run to the last one here. The last one we're going to cover today is the 27-9. Whew. I'm going to tell you guys a little something about the number 27 before we get into it. 27 is a very, very delicate number, the delicate age, 27 and 72. 72, not so much, but 27. And 27 is the year of your life that if you into some reckless ass dumb shit, you could lose your life. 27 is the age that a lot of folks commit suicide. A lot of tragic accidents happen to folks and they're 27 years old. 27, the 2 and the 7 break up a 9. 9 is about endings, completions, and graduation. The 27-9 is a spiritual knowledge keeper. You are the keeper and the holder of spiritual knowledge. You are the fullness of a spiritual knowledge cycle. The 27-9 can and they do have tragic and sudden endings in their life. Even if your name adds up to a 27-9, before you get to age 27, you're going to have some tragic and sudden endings happen to people that's close to you. Family members, things like that. If your name adds up to a 27 and you are past your 27th birthday, you made it through. If you know anybody with a 27 in their name and they haven't gotten to the 27th birthday, do everything you can to make sure that they're cool mentally. 27 is a tough year because we astrologers know that in about half a year or so, you go into your first Saturn return, and your Saturn return shakes up your life and turns it upside down. '27 is a very, very critical age. So before I get into that number, I wanted to put that out. If we know anyone that is getting close to the age of 27, reach out to them now and make sure they're cool. And stay in contact with them and do all the things that you do spiritually with them just to make sure that they're cool. It's a tough age. It really is. They are the spiritual knowledge keepers. They have the tragic and the sudden endings. Delayed discovery and detection. Like I said, they're 9. They could take on that woe is me mentality at a very young age and be depressed and gloomy and nobody can detect it. And then age 27, boop, they could check out. 27-9 is a full person. They could go out and interact with people and be in school and, be the cheerleader and all that and be living doom and gloom in their head. They have the 2 and the 7, 7 thoughts, the 2, compromise, delay. They have compromised thought patterns. That's what gets them. That's what the 27 is such a critical age. I remember one of the 2 jobs that I had been fired from. I was fired on September 27th. September is the month of the year that you're going to get a double dose of your yearly vibration. It was a 9-year, 9 months on a 9-day. Yeah. Yeah. My employment ended on that day. A 27-9 day. 27-9s are rebels with a cause. They are rebels from the word say go. And they came, their thing in life is they came to end shit. 27-9s have more endings and completions and graduations than the regular person does. They came to end shit. They came to experience and appreciate endings. That's why suicide ain't a big deal on age 27. It's something deeper than just, oh, they were just young. And no, it's something deeper. Look into that. It's in that number too. It's in the 2 and the 7. So anybody with a 27-9 name, journey, personality, anything like that, avoid all reckless behavior and all daredevil shit. Don't be the daredevil, 27-9. Don't be reckless, 27-9. Don't be speeding on a snowy day, 27-9. And if we know anybody approaching the age of 27, reach out to them, check in with them, make sure that they're mentally okay. Any questions on the 27-9 or any of the other numbers that we covered today? In comments? Yes, Londa.
I just was thinking about that. My sister, she always celebrated mostly the 28th because she thought she was born 9/28, but on her birth certificate, it was 9/27. And she had a really rough one. And the thing of it is, no matter how she was the most beautiful, gorgeous, everything you could name, smart and everything, but she never liked herself.
Mm-hmm.
She never thought she was beautiful. She never, it was really, and when she passed, I had a reading with one of my people, and she had came in and they say, oh, your sister got on this beautiful sunny dress. And she's hollering, I'm beautiful. And I say, she passed over just to find out she was beautiful. You were already beautiful, but she died from cancer because the lungs is the, grieving. And and she died in 2016. That's how I got back here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. 27 is a real tricky number, real tricky age. Real tricky age.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Vanda. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? All right. Well, this has been On the Sevens with Pi Frisbee Metatron. We come here to awaken, ascend, and expand. We go through the 88 steps into your mastered self. And if you keep coming back and make me a part of your soul's journey, somewhere along the line, your mastered self awaits you. I love each and every one of you guys. I'm grateful for everybody being here. I'm not saying goodbye forever. I'm just saying goodbye for now. See you guys on
You
Tuesday.
all have a great night, all.
We're going to start with the 30s. We start with the 30s on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, the 30th?
Yeah, we start with the 30s. Yep.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Bye for now.
Love everybody.
Love y'all too.
30.
Love you.